Hello and welcome to Campaign TV at the Cannes Lions Creative Festival. I'm here this afternoon with Ted and Damian, and we're going to talk about brands and content. I just want to start off, guys, asking you why you're here. What do you hope to get out of your Cannes week?
Well, I'm a musician, and we do a lot of musical projects and video projects and shows and stuff that work with brand funding. So it's sort of like the best. It's kind of like the best week of the year to get everybody in one place who wants to fund content.
Are you here to do deals?
We're here to do. I'm certainly here to do deals. We're a video technology company that sort of marries brands and content. So this is an important place for us to be.
And what's the success look like this week for you then? Signing some.
Oh, I think I've already achieved success.
Yeah?
We had a great panel. It was packed to the rafters. I didn't say anything fantastically embarrassing. I think it was all good.
So tell me why you're here together. You're on the same panel together?
We were on the same panel together, and I fixed Damian's tea.
Okay, that's an important role.
Yeah, no, it has to be done a very
do it.
specific way.
It's taken me years to learn.
Let's talk a little bit about why the lines are blurring between content and branded content, and why content creators like you, Damian, need people like Ted that can bring brands into the creative arena. Why is that happening?
Well, I mean, there's always been commerce on the outside of art. It's just there was usually for a long time we've come to expect that there's a big buffer between the two. Whether if as a musician that was a record label who dealt with all the nasty bits of dealing with money, for filmmakers that's the studios. But there's the commerce is always happening anyways, and so now that those buffers have gotten smaller and smaller, and you've sort of lost the middleman in a lot of places. Content creators and artists and musicians and filmmakers have to start dealing with some of the nasty bits of commerce. It can be very freeing though, because you can actually have much more transparent and sort of honest relationships with the people who are dealing with the money, because you actually can discuss having the same goals instead of just sort of having to keep everybody in their corners.
I think that the barriers, as it were, aren't just sort of the ecosystem. It's actually the advertising itself. So there's always been content and advertising. It's just that there's been this massive brick wall between the two, and now that barrier is being totally disrupted by economics. The economics of creating content is becoming much more challenging, and the economics of getting any ad seen is much more challenging when you're not in the content. So now all the action is going on inside the content, whether you call it branded content or not. I think that like we discussed this earlier, that I think in the end, in 5 years' time, the term, or maybe by next week, the term branded content shouldn't exist, because all content will be branded in some form or other. It looks like it is already, otherwise it won't exist.
What about traditional advertising then? Could this be the death knell for traditional
I think it's
advertising?
additive. It's not going to accelerate a decline. It's just in an age of distraction, it's incredibly hard to get anybody to notice your stuff unless they're actually concentrating on it. And what do they concentrate on? They concentrate on the content they want to see. Whether it's an OK Go video or a documentary or whatever, it's like if you're there, then people will see you. If you're not, good luck.